Welcome, viewers. My name is Brianna Bogan, and I will be informing you all of a public health crisis, better known as a controversial social justice environmental health issue. This issue serves as one of many examples of how disadvantaged communities face prolonged adversity that adversely affects their health more than privileged communities, and how we may or may not be making enough of sufficient efforts to combat it. The provided information and visual data has been summarized and collected from research using UNCG's library database and other needed resources. These resources will be cited and given full credit at the end of the presentation. Flint, founded during the early 1800s, is a city of Michigan, Detroit. It obtained its name from being bedside to the Flint River. It was a city with rich history of trading and being an essential component for the later Detroit's agricultural, automobile, and industrial businesses. But it is now a city known for its water crisis. According to the United States Census Bureau, in 2017, Flint had a population of over 97,000 people. More than 50% of the population are Black or African Americans, 40% white alone. The remaining 10% is distributed amongst other ethnicities such as Hispanics, Hawaiians, Native Americans, and Asians. The median income is about $26,000, with over two-thirds of the population obtaining their highest education of a high school diploma or equivalent. Flint, Michigan, has been dealing with the water crisis for over 4 years. For over 40 years, Flint had treated water through Detroit's water treatment system. Because of the rising water prices, most likely due to the need of water conservation, Flint turned to another emergency resource in hopes of saving money. Without reaching an agreement with Detroit's water treatment system, the city of Flint decided to utilize the infamous Flint River to provide its citizens with water. Citizens began to express concerns with the foul taste, odor, and color of the water, eventually leading to the discovery that Flint's water is contaminated by lead. Considering that this is a city whose population is mainly African Americans and of individuals of all races who mostly have the highest education of a diploma or equivalent, this is a social justice environmental health issue. Because of the state and local government's inability to find alternative water treatment systems at reasonable prices, families are being advised to use bottled water or to boil water obtained from the river to bathe and aid a household of typically 2.51 persons. According to Our Global Environment, river systems often face pollutions from point and non-point resources, such as sewage treatment plants, agricultural runoffs, household drugs, lead, or even acid rainfall. These pollutants can result into diseases such as E. coli from the replication of viruses, bacteria, and protozoans. Long-term exposure of lead can poison the human body and cause abdominal pain, development delay, high blood pressure, or lower fertility rates. Aside from these health effects, Flint has also experienced a distrust within their community and declining productivity. Citizens have conflicted phenomena of what has caused the contamination. Collected surveys from the study of identifying the causes, consequences, and solution to the Flint water crisis through collaborative modeling provided these reasons: exploitative practices by industry, depressed economic and tax base, a history of marginalization by race and socioeconomic status, loss of decision-making control amongst residents, and austerity measures put in place by state government. To help combat the city of Flint's water crisis, there are two solutions that can be enforced. Firstly, from an administrative perspective, simply lower Detroit's main water treatment prices. Flint partnered with Detroit to have quality water for over 40 years without interruptions until the prices tripled. There are other alternatives that can be enforced to help with water conservation. For example, reducing waste or even recycling used water. And secondly, creating dams and diversions within the Flint River to give an additional source of water supply can also help. As stated in Our Global Environment, China's demand for water drastically increased as the industrial business increased. But the leader's ability to create this water management project has benefited its citizens. China also had a major polluted water system, but the dams and diversion water project has been able to provide quality water. Although these solutions may be time-consuming, they have been proven as solutions that can work, not just by China, but also by environmental scientists of the United States that advocates for quality water and water conservation. Regardless of a community's demographics, disadvantages, or advantages, everyone deserves to have clean water.